What did the quiet kid do that surprised everyone? If there's a quiet kid that draws, never take their sketchbook. They'll scream like a banshee then go for the throat. It was the first time ever for me to do something like that, so I didn't get sent to the office. I was the quiet kid for the longest time. I still am. And apparently 3 kids were planning to attack me one day. So when the day came I practically just went completely strange as my friends call it. I was pulled into the vice principal's office. I had literally no clue what had happened. So when the 3 kids came in I realized they had black eyes and blood coming from their noses. I was unconscious when they tried to attack me apparently. I was the quiet kid at my elementary school and I only talked to my friends and we did this thing in class every day in the morning or just sometime in that class and everyone in the class would get in a circle and do something like a high five or fist bump. But that day it was hugs. I said I didn't like hugs and left the circle. Then this one kid came and tried to hug me. I grabbed him, spun in a circle and let go. Then he fell on the floor. People laughed. And he left me alone. And I sat down on my chair until they were done with the thing and we went back to class. I shocked the staff at my junior high one time. I was being bullied throughout my school years. One of my bullies decided to stomp on my right foot. She was on my right side at the time. I did the sweetest left cross into her face. She was shocked and started to cry. I got suspended right there and then. But in the end it was well worth it. I was the quiet kid, but like the lady month of school there was this new girl. I thought she was very cute, but wanted to wait a little to see if any of the girls would go over and try to make her feel comfortable, but no girls did. So I went over from the ever front of the bleachers in the gym all the way down to the back where she was sitting all alone. Turns out she was in 5 out of my 6 classes, so I showed her around, but after 2 weeks I felt like I had to make the move. So I asked her out and it's about a month and a half. We probably breaking out soon cause she just wants to be friends and I'm fine with that. But everyone was like, how you going to get a GF when you probably one of the ugliest kids in this school? She never wanted to say we were BF and GF. But my friends of course decided to tell everyone, so by the end of the week everyone knew we were together. This we will be my second breakup. And I'm 13 by the way. I'm moving to Guam in a month and 2 days. My dad is in the military and will probably retire there while me and my sister finish high school then go our own way. But I hope I find the one in Guam. I was the quiet kid, but a legend at dodgeball. There was this young Karen called Sasha in my class, and one day I was in her dodgeball team. And she had trapped me in a corner and her bitchy friend was aiming 2 balls at me. But I was athletic too, I was very talented, and ended up getting her hit by dodgeballs. Everyone was awestruck and my team won the game. I was, and still am, the quiet kid. I'm now actually writing and singing songs and it's a mini mint for me. No, I'm not saying what my alibi is. But the mean girl who had just been watching gacha singing battles challenged me to one in grade 7 Aish. When I first started writing songs, she sounded pretty good, but she started laughing at me when I chose a song with a long intro, with the whole grade 7 behind her. I decided to sing something, and I sung a couple of lines, got to the end of the chorus, turned off the speaker, and walked off with no one uttering a word the entire time. Next year, I regretted it, as I had over 137 recommendations to join the rock band as the main singer. Did get a lot of praise though, and respect. I was the quiet kid who got picked on in maths class by this boy in year 7 7th grade. One day, he went around the class asking everyone else to punch him, but in a jokey manner. He then came up to me as I was waiting at my desk and told me to punch him. Seeing this as an opportunity for revenge, I did exactly as he asked, on his stomach as hard as I could. He crumpled to the floor and bawled his eyes out. I was made to write an apology letter during detention, but he never picked on me again, so I'd say it was worth it. The quiet kid in our class was silent, didn't talk at all, and really liked, we'll call him R. The teachers liked him, and he would communicate by writing down answers and stuff. He was part of this big group that played tag at lunch that had some popular kids. Not really sure if they were popular, I don't pay attention to it. Now this story takes place in 5th grade. We were in the same class for 4th and 5th. And we had a thing on America's independence. This is a GATE class. And we all got called up to do a little speech on a part of it. Patelment. Certain wars ECT. I don't remember what he did, but I remember one thing. He got up, got the teacher's phone, and played a recording. He recorded his entire speech and the entire class was absolutely silent for a solid minute. That was the one and only time I heard his voice. Too long, didn't read. The kid that never spoke played or recorded his voice for a project and the whole class was silent for a solid minute. As a quiet kid, I shall warn you all to never mess with one. A well-known bully was insulting me and my friend in class and kept on throwing tissues at us, so after class, I pulled him towards the pegs where you hang your bags on and threw him onto them and it hurt him like heck. I was about to finish him, but he limped away, so I let him be. Seconds later he came back and said step outside, so I replied, you gonna get your friends, because you know I'm better than you in every way. He said nothing and left with his sidekicks. After that I've been getting respected by everyone in my grade year and I haven't talked to the bully and his friends since then. I even made him bleed in another incident by slamming his head on the floor. He got a concussion after that. I never got in trouble because he attacked first, so I could use the self-defense excuse. I still wanna maintain my quiet kid role since it's fun in my opinion. I was the quiet kid when I was returning from the bathroom. This boy that was a jerk wouldn't open the door for me because it was locked on the other side where I was standing. When he finally opened the door, since the teacher was demanding him to, as I was passing by the boy, I held the middle finger right in front of his face and didn't get in trouble. I think the teacher felt empathy for me. There was a quiet kid in my class, and one day he was getting bullied once again, and he grabs a pencil and stabs it right in his kid's eye and just turns around like it was nothing. And he didn't even get in trouble because apparently it was self-defense in the teacher's words. But it turns out she got bullied too, and she was a kid, so she just let him off the hook. Same with the principal. The quiet kid in my class was extremely thin. I mean, really, not unhealthily thin but very close. Whenever we had some class event and ordered pizza, he would eat every slice he was given. Went up to like 6 or more. He would also eat paper from his notebook, a human vacuum. And besides that, he was so flexible he could somehow turn his arms in this extremely weird way that I'm unsure how to explain. We all agreed that he had rubber bones and a black hole stomach. He was a nice kid. I don't know where he is in life right now, but I hope he's doing good. I was the quiet kid in school. Dad was in the military, so we moved a lot. New school every year almost. In junior high this bully kept picking on me thinking I was scared of him. I was a little guy back then. I told my football player older brother about how tired I was of him, and he just told me to take him out. So the next time the bully picked on me, I knocked him out with one punch, then jumped on him and began hitting him so hard fast they thought I'd killed him. I wasn't punished because the teacher saw the kid bully me for months. Teacher said, I was wondering how long you would take it. Still the quiet kid in high school and still a small skinny kid. A new high school my junior year. In a new state. Went all year with very little friends and didn't date. Just worked all the time after school. We moved again across the country that summer. Went back to that town. And to the 20-year high school reunion. Was divorced at the time. 6 feet 2, 185 pounds by then. I was a semi-pro cyclist and did triathlons. I was ripped. None of the girls there recognized me until the only friend I had in school introduced me as that little skinny kid that was in their class for a year. Then the single girls all wanted to date me. But being recently divorced I didn't want any relationships for a while. But I felt good about it. I'm still friends with that senior class. Even went to several more of that school's reunions over the years. I turn 70 next month. I moved back to that state and live 20 miles from that high school now. Consider subscribing if you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more of Reddit Universe.